Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
I think, and
That's true. They do kind of go into it face up.
yeah, I think this is going to be a big issue for Hanwha Esports in the late game. Also, Hanwha Esports have a pretty
Get a
significant...
little bit of a stun down onto Life, who was just trying to buy some space before aiming to get what he wants done. As Cuz is going to go for a gank here towards the top side. Hookshot comes down. The flash is still going to get the stun. Rascal is so good at the Camille. They are easily going to grab themselves first blood. It goes over to Cuz. And Dudu, as very, very nicely done there from Rascal. As you can see, Dudu was able to stay in the lane for a lot longer, so does have now a decent CS margin, but I don't think that that's all that relevant. Cuz moves down towards that bottom side. And when you want Twisted Fate to make that first move, though, and as you can see, the map is so dark. Rascal also going to go for a little bit of aggression here on towards Dudu. Hextech Ultimatum comes down, but meanwhile on the bottom side of the map, Depth Charge comes in. Cuz looks for SAMD, finds the Audacious Charge, and the Jhin is so incredibly dead. Life is going to go down as well, and OnFleek uses him to taxi his way out, but in it goes Cuz, tries to find a little bit more.
Still hasn't been dropped just yet, as really wanting to get the most value of this, but I think if they wait too long, definitely some wasted advantages here for KT.
Yep.
Once again, can look for a bottom. That's pretty massive for Dudu.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to keep his, and still is a Twisted Fate. Will eventually use his ult.
Well, that's a deadly sin. Sorry for not catching that one sooner, ladies and gentlemen. He just kind of...
Rift Herald. And I like that KT are just going to go, well, you guys can get maybe nothing from this Rift Herald, maybe a charge, but we're going to get a whole turret.
And when he's on, he's really on as well. Like, Cuz definitely one of these feeling players, and when he's feeling it, definitely looks good. As OnFleek going to be able to help grab this outer turret, doesn't even need HLE to do so. But as you can see, the map is still so dark, and it's a Twisted Fate composition, right? As Rascal diving on in onto OnFleek. There's the heroic entrance, but the kick to get him out of the hex
here. So 2 turrets in total for just 1 charge worth of value, and now he's going on to OnFleek.
Well, that's a kickback, but the Destiny is now finally pressed. That's what that button does. Very cool. The train's going to come through as well, and Rascal's really dead. He will be taken down here. OnFleek looking to try and secure it, and the Hextech Ultimatum comes out just to celebrate. And OnFleek will secure
the turret that Hanwha Esports are pushing towards has KT members on top of it. Over here, nobody's home. 600 gold in the pockets.
I mean, this is exactly what we were talking about, right? Like, this is the advantage that KT has. Their 4-1 composition is
controlled by them. But not a whole lot of AoE damage to speak of, you know, around these. And Jhin is going to wait till the last moment to pull the trigger, you have to imagine. If he pulls it early, KT can just wait it out.
Well, it's going to be Life going in for some attempted engage. In goes the Camille. No heroic entrance going to come down just yet as the curtains are being called, and Dudu is going to get taken out. Vikla trying to get out of there as we're holding onto the last bullet. It connects onto the Gargoyle, but he's fighting a zombie that came back to life again, so he will be back to the death chamber eventually. Dudu, 30 seconds until he's back in this fight, and that means KT have control of this. Drake and Soul Point under wraps.
They'll take a turret.
Oh, okay. In goes Rascal. The heroic entrance is there, but it hasn't been pressed. There it is now, as OnFleek's going to have to flash get out of the way. And unfortunately, Karis is not going to be so lucky. The Twisted Fate, 100% surrounded, and will get taken out. And now it's Dragon time.
Super clean. I literally said the words, KT will be happy to just say, okay, you can have a turret, but we'll take Soul Point. But actually, they were not happy with that. They were like, okay, we'll actually take both. We'll kill everybody, defend the turret, and take the Drake, because they have the heroic entrance, and they punish Hanwha. They have Nephelios. They've got so much more of it.
Well, we've got another fight going off here as well, as Cuz going to dive on forward. OnFleek is really dead, so let's move further down as Vista takes so much damage from Rascal. And Hanwha Esports, their problem is they have 0 damage. There's no damage on this team. Nope. And so therefore, Rascal dives into 4 people, and he's like, what are you going to do? And they're like, ha. Nothing.
The Jhin in this composition needs to have a tempo advantage like we were talking about on bottom side. Is Dudu also getting collapsed on here. I don't think they can kill him under this turret if he hits his Q.
Well, Dudu
am I wrong?
Hanging out here, and that is some true damage, if you do not mind, good sir.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess he's just dead. True damage coming through, and he had the follow-up there, or Life, helped follow up onto him. Now they're just going to take this Baron. Man, this couldn't be more one-sided, unfortunately, for Hanwha Esports. And we knew there were some issues in this draft, but if you don't get
a great draft, because there's no flexibility in it. KT, though, they fall behind, they have defensive options, they have split push options. If it's Rascal, it's the only one that's winning, then they can play through him.
Yeah,
Things like this. If Aiming gets ahead, they can play through him. And it's really, really good.
If you sign up for the gym but never go, you know, it's not going to make an impact. If you draft this
Meanwhile, Rascal is like 1v4 again underneath the turret. This time he's going to go into his stopwatch as on fleek, going to get knocked up by the depth charge. Dredgeline comes in as well as Dudu is also going to die. Felt a little bit like that was an afterthought as he'll get knocked up. The curtains have been called, but I don't know whether it's for KT or for Hanwha Life Esports. But he does manage to find Aiming with that last bullet, as now the Destiny will come forward. Teleport back though from Rascal, and he is so scary. Karis goes into his Zhonya's just to watch as 4 members barrel in on top of him. And this is what we were talking about. If you don't find your advantages through aiming, it's all right. You've got a pretty big Camille.
Yeah, 6-1 and 4. KT from ending the game at that moment, but like, it's delaying the inevitable because now you have Infernal Soul with this comp with an Aphelios that also.
True, he is playing a tank and hasn't died though, so that means that he hasn't done the maximum of his job. As this Baron is going down extraordinarily quickly, the Destiny has come in, but it's not. Oh, it almost gets the steal, but that is so much damage from Aiming. Triple kill immediately as the Aphelios just shows how many years were invested into collecting that Baron.
Well, I mean, look, if we were talking about voting and stuff, like, I think Aiming might have just gotten some media votes right there. He definitely picked up a few media votes right there with that ultimate, and that's
like Aiming can have the mad movie, Rascal can have the POG.
Yeah, there you go.
As the Nexus turrets will go down, the Nexus soon to follow. Hanwha Life Esports back to the drawing board after that one, I'm afraid. As Twisted Fate, not a pick and forget type pick.